Good afternoon. How is everybody doing? For those of you who may not know me, my name is Renarda Joy, and for the next 30 days, I have committed to giving you tips, tools, insight for those of you who are new to real estate investing. Now, my mission is to shrink the intergenerational wealth gap through real estate investing, and I have been using this platform to sound the alarm. Now, if you're just joining our conversation, we are on day 15. And I invite you to go back and re-listen to some of our conversations. And if you have any questions or if you've gotten any type of value, please feel free to leave that in the comment section. Now, before I get into today's conversation, I want to know who's here, where you're from, and what value have you gotten so far. Today's conversation, I want to talk about the one thing that I require for all of my tenants before they can move in: renter's insurance. I was walking yesterday in my neighborhood and I saw a Red Cross bus and people were outside with the blankets. And when I looked around, I saw that their building was on fire. And unfortunately, unless they had renter's insurance, the landlord's insurance is not going to cover any of their personal belongings. A landlord's insurance covers the skeleton of the building, right? It doesn't cover any of the contents that's inside of the units. And it's good if you tell your tenants, I require them before they can move in, they have to actually show me proof of insurance. And they have to also make me, not me as a person, but me as my business entity's name as an additional insured party on their binder. And what I do is every year I require them to provide an update, an updated binder. Let's say I gave them a 2-year lease, then I still set a reminder at the end of year 1 to make sure that I get an updated binder for the following year. It's very important that you do that. I shared with you guys before I bought a property, the same day that I bought the property, there was a sewer line which cracked and it meant that my tenants, they could no longer stay in the apartment. It was uninhabitable. They didn't have renter's insurance. I just bought the property. And so I actually had to put them up in a hotel for 20 days. Now, honestly, most renters insurance, they're not really expensive, and it does give your tenants a peace of mind. It will cover their personal contents, usually up to maybe $20,000, depending on, the policy that they pick. And it also helps or covers loss of use. So in the case where my tenants couldn't stay in the apartment because it was uninhabitable, most insurance coverages will cover up to $6,000. I literally had to pay that out of my pocket, not 6,000, but I had to cover their hotel expenses. So require renter's insurance. I'm telling you, it's a requirement. Keys, insurance, they go hand in hand. So I hope that this tip has been helpful. If you guys have any questions, if you've gotten any value from this tip, please let me know in the comments. Now, if you're watching this outside of my business Facebook page, I invite you to come back and join me at renardajoylive.com. That's renardajoylive.com. Now, I don't want you to join for the likes. Join so you can get notifications, you can get updates, and you can get information to help build up your arsenal, your real estate tool belt. Remember, my goal is to help you to be an informed investor, what I call a legacy setter. Now, if you're just joining us, we just wrapped up day 15. I invite you to go back and listen to any of our conversations prior to today. And if you got any questions or if I've given you any value, please feel free to leave that in the comments. And as promised, I want to be here quick each and every day at 6 p.m. EST. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.